Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, May 11th. I'm James Spann. We stay warm tomorrow. Maybe a shower late tomorrow. Better chance of a few storms tomorrow night, but even then, not going to rain everywhere. So let's dive in and talk about things. There's a water vapor satellite view this afternoon. Main upper forcing way north of the state, coming across the high plains. And accordingly, there's just not much happening on radar as expected. That was the radar at 225. Got a couple of specks over Jackson and DeKalb and northern Cherokee counties up in northeast Alabama, and that's about it. That storm near Calhoun, Georgia is producing some hail, but that's not affecting us. Temperatures are up in the 80s. 82 for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, 83 for Anniston and Gadsden. We'll see highs back in the mid-80s tomorrow. But the weekend will feature cooler nights. On the watch warning map, things pretty quiet around the nation. We note a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Illinois and Missouri until 7 o'clock tonight. That includes Springfield and St. Louis. That's the overall severe weather risk for the rest of today and tonight. Risk of severe storms from near Abilene, Texas, up to St. Louis, over to Bowling Green, and also a slight risk over North Carolina. No severe weather expected here tonight. And then tomorrow, we've got the standard slight risk from Shreveport to Detroit and Cleveland, with a marginal risk surrounding that. In our state, that slight risk clips the northwestern tip of the state around the shoals, a marginal risk north of Interstate 20. Some of the storms tomorrow night could pack a punch, but they will weaken as they move on down to the south. And on day 3, which is Friday, a marginal risk for extreme south and southeast Alabama and up the Atlantic coast. You can see rain for the next 5 days from WPC. This is suggesting basically nothing for parts of central Alabama. This is valid through Monday morning. Better totals to the north over Tennessee and Kentucky. So let's take a look, model fans. The GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time. And you can see the main forcing, the main trough, well to the north of here. And down below that, the day will be much like the day. Warm, muggy, a mix of sun and clouds. There could be a shower during the day, but I think a pretty decent part of the day will be dry. This is the instability tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, and you can see the numbers ramp up to almost 3,000 joules per kilogram over parts of northeast Alabama. But understand we're getting into mid-May, and we see numbers like this relatively often this time of the year. But the storm relative helicity is just lacking greatly. This is the 0 to 1 kilometer SRH, and no worries with that, as the main dynamic support stays well to the north. And this is the projected radar at 4 o'clock, showing a few isolated showers over the eastern side of the state. But again, I think the bulk of the day tomorrow will be dry. But tomorrow night, here comes an organized batch of storms. This is 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Storms lined up there from near Fayette to Athens. But they should weaken after that as they approach Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, and south of Interstate 20. They might fizzle out completely. But at that time, they might produce some gusty winds and some small hail. So we'll keep an eye on the radar, as always. Friday, a nice dry air mass, a beautiful day. Sunny, less humid. The high will be around 80. The dew points drop in the 40s. It'll feel good. Saturday, nice. We'll be in the middle 50s to start the day. The high will be in the upper 70s, just glorious. And Sunday looks nice, mostly sunny. High should be in the 70s. Latest GFS keeps trending cooler. It's only got a high of 72. We'll say upper 70s on Sunday. The sky partly sunny, no rain. Monday of next week, big low sitting over eastern Colorado. That would be a severe weather look for parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, maybe North Texas if this is right. But for us, the Monday would probably stay dry. The high around 80. And then Tuesday, that surface low moves northeast up toward Des Moines. And really the bulk of the showers and storms remaining north of our state. It just seems like the storm track wants to keep these things to the west and north, leaving us kind of in a dry pattern here. And this is a week from today, Wednesday, May 18th. Again, troughing way to the west. And even then, it doesn't look like it's going to rain that much. So next week, could there be a shower? Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, yes, but it certainly doesn't look like a big deal here. This is the end of the forecast period. Saturday, May 21st, big trough in the western states. And again, for us, the air looks pretty dry. Any showers, if this verifies, over the southern half of the state. Look at the cooler nights. You can see over the weekend, we got 53 Saturday and Sunday morning. That'll feel good. But next week, we go back in the 80s and 60s and maybe touching 90 later this month. After all, June is almost here. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.